My name is Jessica. I am 21 years old. I want to tell you my incredible story. Let's get started from the very beginning. It might seem that I'm just an ordinary girl, one of many. And you might be right, except for one detail: my face. This is not my real face. This is a latex facial mask that looks exactly like my real face. I am a professional makeup artist, and I made this mask myself. I got a professional training as a makeup artist, and I can do professional makeups like they do in Hollywood blockbusters. You'll ask me, why do I need a mask? I needed to cover my facial scars that I got when I got into a terrible car crash when I was a kid, many years ago. When I was a kid, my parents often took me to the countryside, and we used to go camping together. And one day, when we were getting back home from a camping trip, a heavy rain started. The rain was so strong that we couldn't see the road. My mom got really scared. But my dad said, "Do not panic, it's gonna be all right." But the rain was getting stronger, and the road was so slippery that my dad lost control of the brakes, and our car dropped into a curbside and got upside down. By pure magic, my parents did not get hurt and were all safe, but I got severely wounded. My dad immediately called the ambulance and they came right away. I was taken to the hospital and I had a very long medical recovery process. After a long recovery time spent in hospital, I finally got better, but my face was all in scars. I was so upset I would never be pretty again. When I got out of hospital, other kids always pointed at me and they never played games together with me. Later at school, I also had a hard time. My classmates bullied and harassed me, and I had to cover my face with my long hair or my hoodie. I just wanted to be invisible. That's why I finally had to leave school. Luckily, my parents are quite wealthy. In fact, they're one of the richest people in our town, so they employed the best teachers in town for me, and now I'm on homeschooling. After I graduated from my homeschool, I enrolled in a professional education program to learn how to make professional makeup, and as a result, I made a latex mask for myself. This mask was an imitation of my real face, but without the ugly scars, so I made myself a new face. After that, my life changed for the better, and I even got enrolled in a film academy, and I got myself a boyfriend. Only my parents knew about my mask. I haven't told my boyfriend yet, not to shock him, but I was definitely gonna tell him one day. And everything was brilliant until just recently, when this terrible thing happened to me. It all started when my boyfriend and I went to Mexico on vacation. We had a really wonderful time there. We ate a lot of yummies, like local spicy burritos. We went to see the Mayan pyramids, took part in various local festivals and fiestas. We even went to local bullfight tourist shows. Everything was just awesome. But one day I woke up and found out that my facial mask was missing. I was really embarrassed. I didn't know what to do. I was in a real panic and I woke up my boyfriend and told him about the robbery. I covered my face with my hands so that he could not see my terrible facial scars. I said I'm so sorry for not telling him about my scars before. But the boyfriend calmed me down and said that I shouldn't worry. He already knew my secret for a long time, as he once saw me taking off the mask. He also said he loves me no matter what, whether I'm wearing my mask or not. I felt so happy and finally so relieved as I got rid of this huge emotional burden that I had to carry on for so many years. If my boyfriend loves me the way I am, I should not worry about my mask. If he accepted me the way I am, then everybody else will. It was the best day in my entire life. We walked on the street, bought some ice cream, and I did not care about my facial scars anymore. But then a horrible thing happened. We were walking down the street and I noticed two police officers who were closely watching me. One of them approached us and blocked our way and asked me to follow them to the police department. I had no clue what was going on. I turned to my boyfriend to ask him for his support, but he kind of disappeared. I saw that he was getting away from me and turning away around the street corner. So the police took me to the police department and locked me in a criminal detention cell. I had to stay there for a while, day and night, before they came for me for interrogation. They even did not let me make a single phone call. They interrogated me in a criminal cell. One of them spoke some really broken English, and the other spoke Spanish. I could not understand a word of what they said. After the interrogation, the police showed me their warrant and suspect profile with my photo on it and the surveillance camera video recording. I couldn't believe my eyes. I saw myself running from the bank during a robbery with the bags filled with money. Can you imagine how shocked I was? Someone stole my latex mask and robbed the bank, and now I am the official suspect, and they're going to put me in prison for 20 years. A court proceeding took place, and I was officially convicted. What was really strange was that all my things were gone. My driving license, my passport, everything. And the hotel owner said he never saw me before and did not have any American tourists living in his hotel recently at all. I was crying day and night, and I did not know what to do. My life was broken and over. I was a prisoner, and my boyfriend just dumped me. I could not prove my identity as all my documents disappeared. Now I was just a criminal with an ugly face who was convicted for 20 years term in prison. At first I was feeling totally desperate. But then I decided to pull myself together, escape from prison, and get back to my home no matter what. For long, endless months, I was digging an escape tunnel with my aluminum spoon that I stole from the prison canteen. And one day I finally managed to escape. I escaped from prison and ran to the nearby local village. There I saw some gloves drying on the rope outside the village house, and I immediately grabbed them and put them on. Then I got on the road and tried to stop a taxi or just any car. I was standing on the road and was trying to catch a car, but the car drivers were scared of my looks. If only I could have my latex mask with me then. Finally, one old Mexican man felt sorry for me. He stopped and said he will get me to the border. While he was driving, I told him my heartbreaking life story. He listened to me and said he will help me to safely get across the border if I would promise to get back one day and help his granddaughter to get to US and start a new life there. I sure agreed. The first thing I wanted to do was to run home and to tell my parents I was alive. I was just about to open the gate and run in when suddenly someone's hand stopped me. I turned back. It was my boyfriend who left me in Mexico. He looked at me and grinned. "What does it all mean?" I shouted at him. "Why did you run away and leave me in Mexico alone? Why did all my clothes and documents disappear?" "It means what it means. You lied to me all this time, so I decided to teach you a lesson," he said. I couldn't believe my eyes. This guy, whom I loved so much, turned out to be such a bastard. "You know what? I will tell everything to my father, and he will deal with you. You cannot do anything. We just took your life away from you. You no longer own it." Then Jacob told me the full story. I was terrified to listen to his words. One day he found out that I was using a latex mask to hide my real face. He was really mad at me and decided to cheat on me. He started dating a scam in Mexico. She looked very much like me, and when she put a mask on her face, she looked like my twin. In addition, she knew how to make professional makeup. She could make scars on her face and then she could wipe them out. She also learned to perfectly imitate my voice. My boyfriend told her everything about me. So they stole my mask, robbed the bank. Then they set me up as a criminal, took all my personal things and belongings, and then bribed the hotel owner so that he could claim that he does not recognize me. Then they moved back to US and now lived in my parents' house and were leading an easy, happy and rich life. Then he told me to get out, or he would put me back to prison again. I was crying and felt desperate, and I ran away. First I wanted to go to police, but then I thought they would not believe me because I had no ID or any other identity documents with me. Then I decided I should get back to my house and talk to my parents. They knew me better than anybody else, and they would listen to their daughter. I climbed over the fence and was almost sneaking up to get to the front door when the lights turned on. I hid behind a tree. My dad ran out of the house with a bat and a lantern in his hand. He put the light right at the place where I was hiding and told me to get out or he would set the dog on me. I told him, "Dad, it's me, Jessica." And he was like, "Don't play tricks with me. Jessica has been at home for a long time already." Then he set the dog off the chain, but Jack recognized me and did not attack me. Jack just sat down in front of me and looked at me. Dad got really furious at the dog. He shouted at it that it got old and lost its scent. Then he shouted at me and said that he was calling the police right now. I had to run away. After I ran away, I made a new latex mask for me, and now nobody can see my scars. Now you know all about my life, why I have to wear my mask, and what happened to me after my mask was stolen. My whole life was stolen. My dad did not believe me, and now I do not know what to do with it. What would you do if you were me? What would you do to get your life back? Please share your comments. If you like my story, please subscribe and click the like button.